This young man trained by Cincinnati Red back in 1999, and he was the third Ring of Honor champion, as a matter of fact. A very, very impressive individual, and is no stranger to the spotlights. As a matter of fact, in 1984, he participated in the opening ceremonies of the Olympic Games.
When he was just 5 years old. How about that?
The bell sounds, and we're ready for action here. These two guys, as you said, Dean, know each other very, very well, have fought on several occasions.
Well, they had two famous 60-minute time limit draws over the Ring of Honor World title last year. Joe finally managed to defeat Punk on the third attempt in a no time limit match, and as I said, Punk has never beaten Joe. Will tonight be his lucky night? Will England prove lucky for Punk? Or will Joe overcome him again? I've noticed Punk's right leg heavily, or the thigh is heavily strapped. Obviously something not quite right there. I wonder if Joe will be going for that leg.
Yes, his leg is very heavily taped. And Joe, being the consummate ring professional that he is, you would expect him to draw a bullseye on it and focus on it throughout this contest. We're going to have to wait and see what happens here. And CM Punk would be wise to utilize his superior speed and quickness advantage over the much larger CM Punk, as you said, a 60-pound weight advantage for Samoa Joe.
You know something, Eamon? Do you know what I'd do if I had a bad right leg?
What?
I'd take the left one up. It's a bad move. You're telegraphing that you've got an injury there, but then again, that's why I'm the twisted genius, and you're not.
Samoa Joe now out wrestling CM Punk there in the early stages of the contest. And one thing about Samoa Joe, regardless of his big size, you would expect him to be an all-out power wrestler, but he's a very well-rounded individual in the ring.
Oh, he can do it all. He can. You don't hold a championship like the Ring of Honor belt for 18 months by luck. Now tell me something. This straight edge lifestyle that Punk's known for. How does that benefit you in the wrestling ring? You know, what is it? He says no drugs, no alcohol, no promiscuous sex.
Well, he apparently thinks he's above everybody else with his healthy living and his lifestyle that he leads.
I mean, let's face it, I mean, if it wasn't for promiscuous sex, half the people in attendance here tonight wouldn't exist.
Well, I don't know about that.
You've never been to a Coventry on a night out then, have you?
No, unfortunately not, but you may take me out after the show.
Well, I'm going to be going out with Samoa Joe to celebrate victory, you know, with a few Mai Tais, that kind of thing afterwards.
CM Punk now avoiding contact with Joe earlier on, trying to break the momentum of the big man.
So that means that CM Punk he's never had a night out on the lash?
Well, I wouldn't suspect so, being he's all clean living and all of that.
He doesn't know what he's missing.
Greco-Roman knuckle lock now applied in the center of the ring. Samoa Joe going for that left thigh of CM Punk, and what a devastating shot right to the face. An open hand slap there by Joe, but as you said earlier, the right thigh of CM Punk taped up. So Joe focusing on the left and trying to totally incapacitate his opponent. And these fans all over CM Punk here in Coventry, and he's not going to take too kindly to that.
Let's face it, when Joe hits you, you know about it. You do not mess with this man.
Side headlock now applied by CM Punk. And it's going to be interesting to see whether or not CM Punk can execute the Pepsi plunge on Samoa Joe, being that Samoa Joe has that low center of gravity.
And of course 60 pounds on him, as we said. Very interesting indeed.
Wrist lock now applied, Greco-Roman knuckle lock, excuse me, by CM Punk. And one thing that you can do when a guy is stronger than you, as Joe breaks CM Punk down to the canvas, or attempts to, is you work on one of his arms and try to diminish the strength of the arm and negate that power advantage. Joe now bridging out of that pinning predicament, and CM Punk laying all of his weight down on Samoa Joe. And great neck strength being shown here by Samoa Joe.
Well, you were saying about the agility of the man, and I think that's a demonstration of it there. How many other 280-pound men, that's 20 stone. How many people of that weight could make a bridge like that?
Joe now on the receiving end of a devastating forearm as CM Punk walks up top, moonsault off the ropes right into the hip lock. Tremendous agility shown by this young man, but a kick out there by Joe.
Great move by Punk, reminiscent of the late great Owen Hart.
Series of arm drags there by both men. Drop toe hold by Joe. And oh my goodness, what a shot to the side of the head, but CM Punk counters with a roll up and gets a 2 count.
I don't know if he connected there or if Punk managed to get out of the way, but that certainly landed, as did that.
Stiff kicks right to the solar plexus.
Joe doesn't look amused, does he?
And Joe is not one person that you want to tick off, no question about that. He is one mean individual, and those shots having no effect at all, but those shots having some effect on CM Punk. Check out those kicks, and an enziguri right to the back of the head. What agility.
And did you see the look on Joe's face as he was delivering those kicks?
Samoa Joe taking CM Punk back to his feet as this crowd gets into this matchup.
They want to see the ole ole kick.
What a chop right to the back.
Over.
But that kick countered nicely there by CM Punk.
Nicely done. I mean, these two guys wrestled each other many times. Punk definitely knows what's happening. He definitely knows what to expect from Joe, because there's twice now that he's managed to counter those kicks of the big Samoan.
And with two opponents who know each other so well, as in many other cases, it's going to be the case, I believe, of one mistake is all it's going to take to end this match. As a beautiful counter out of the side headlock there by Samoa Joe moments ago, but CM Punk, to his credit, maintains control with a side headlock.
I think Joe is going to go more for the approach of just wearing his opponent down with that hard-hitting offense, especially with that injured right thigh bullseye, as we've said earlier on Punk there.
Head scissors now applied by Joe, and when you're trapped in a head scissors by a guy the size of Joe who's got tree trunks for legs, it's going to be quite a task to get out of it, but CM Punk trying his best, and indeed breaks out of the head scissors nicely. He's got the legs of Joe crisscrossed, and then a drop kick right to the face by CM Punk.
I have to correct you there, he's got tree trunks for arms. He has children for legs. Nice dodge.
Snapmare takeover by Joe. And he shows CM Punk how it's done. The chop to the back of the neck, the kick to the chest, and the knee drop right to the face. And this could do it. The leg is hooked, but nonchalantly, and a 2 count is all he can get. CM Punk, regardless of his size, Joe cannot take him. He cannot take him lightly. CM Punk, a tremendously tough individual, Dean.
Oh, he's definitely tough, but Joe's the man as far as I'm concerned. I mean, as I said, those legs could be living as independent creatures of their own. They're that big. He is an immense man.
CM Punk now being beaten down in the corner by Samoa Joe.
Now this does not look good for Punk. This could be a face, yes it is, face wash. Scraping that boot across the face, and that's going to hurt. Here we go for the big one. Straight in the corner.
And the knee drop right to the face in the corner, and CM Punk with nowhere to go. Samoa Joe, known as one of the most vicious competitors in the sport, and you just saw it right there. He's going to do it one more time. Look out, oh my goodness, and that one took him right outside the ring.
Straight through the ropes. And look at Punk.
He's down out in the corner.
Sorry, I mean, his head slumped on the turnbuckle pad there. Exhausted. And this is what I mean, the heavy-hitting offense of Samoa Joe just wears opponents down. He just grinds them down until there's nothing left, and then he can pin them.
And CM Punk in trouble. There's a cover by Joe. A 2 count is all he gets, however, again, did not hook the leg. That may have cost him there, but CM Punk is going to have to turn things around. He cannot take too much of that high-impact offense from Samoa Joe, or it's going to be over quickly.
You're right, Eamon. It is all Samoa Joe at the moment. Punk is definitely on the back foot.
Those ropes literally holding up CM Punk after those vicious chops. That third one takes him down to the canvas.
You have to wonder, looking at this match, that how much of an impact, how much of a factor the weight difference is, because especially with those chops, you can really tell the difference in stature between these two men, and that weight, the power behind those chops and punches and kicks and clotheslines is really going to tell and really going to take an effect on Punk.
CM Punk, now to his credit though, trying to fight back. Perhaps his strategy is to outlast the much larger Samoa Joe and come back on him at a later stage in the contest. But if this offense keeps up from Joe, it's going to be over quickly. Here comes CM Punk, knee in the corner, into the side headlock takedown. Nicely done.
You talking about some? You talking about some kind of a rope wrestling rope-a-dope there? Let's see if Joe can get it with this one. No, you're talking about like wearing Joe down by just taking all of his offense.
Well, to a certain extent, his strategy may be just to outlast Joe and take as much offense as he can dish out.
No one can take too much offense from Samoa Joe. He's that hard-hitting. He's that powerful.
Well, we're seeing that right now. But a drop-toe hold there by CM Punk nonetheless. CM Punk very cagey. When you think you've got him, he can come back on you in a split second. But over the top rope he goes to the apron. Shoulder block to the gut and a hot shot off the ropes. And now it's Samoa Joe who's down on the canvas. And the helo over the top by CM Punk. And now it's Joe who's in trouble.
Second win for Punk. He took his opportunity with that drop toe hold onto the ropes, followed by the hot shot, as you say. And he's finally got Joe down on the ground and maybe cut down to size.
And now is the time for CM Punk to keep the offense on Joe. Nice reverse neckbreaker. Nicely done by CM Punk. The leg is hooked, but not enough weight on the shoulders, and Samoa Joe kicks out.
That neckbreaker could definitely be setting his opponent up for the Pepsi plunge, but again, you have to question. A man of Joe's size isn't going to be easy to maneuver up to the top rope in the first place.
Beautiful suplex there by CM Punk, showing great power, getting Samoa Joe up in the air and dropping him down on the canvas again. All the impact on the back of the head and neck of Samoa Joe. CM Punk now in quite a command over the former Ring of Honor champion. This could be the night that CM Punk earns his first victory over Samoa Joe. Check out those chops right across the chest.
I don't think so. I think we're going to see another Joe victory. He's just too good for CM Punk.
Rapid fire shots in the corner by CM Punk. And CM Punk has turned up the intensity here. You can see it in his eyes. Drop kick right to the back of the head. This could be it. No, 2 count only.
I think Punk's been inspired by our visitors from Japan with those chops. Reminiscent of Kenta Kobashi.
And indeed, we will see some of the top stars from Pro Wrestling Noah out here pretty soon in that big 6-man tag team matchup scheduled tonight. But right now, CM Punk doing the wise thing, wearing down Samoa Joe. He's got him down on the canvas, and when you're on the canvas, you're all the same size, but Samoa Joe getting his foot on that bottom rope.
Good strategy by Punk. It gives him a chance to get a breather, to regroup, rethink his strategy, because whatever Punk's strategy going into this match was, it hasn't worked.
Side Russian leg sweep there by CM Punk. Again, the impact to the back of the head. This could do it, but a very lax lateral press. And the arrogance of CM Punk shining through. You're not going to beat a guy like Samoa Joe with a cover like that. This crowd getting behind CM Punk nonetheless as Samoa Joe tries to get back to his feet. CM Punk measuring him here. And he telegraphed it, gets elevated over the top rope.
Oh, I was going to say, talk about telegraphing it. No, Joe isn't going to.
Look out here, my goodness! A tope right through the ropes. Onto CM Punk by Joe. Tremendous agility shown by the 280-pounder. And when you get hit by a guy that size coming at you through the ropes, that's got to be it for CM Punk. You have to believe, Dean.
That's amazing. That's like someone slingshotting a cow at you. Just see this huge slab of meat fly towards your general direction. That's amazing. I've never seen someone of that size do a move like that. And Joe is setting up a chair in the middle of the floor, and I don't think it's to sit Punk down for a chat.
This cannot be good news for CM Punk as he gets thrown right into that guardrail on the outside.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking here?
We could see what's going to happen here. CM Punk in trouble. Here we go. Right
round the ring we go.
CM Punk, his tank has got to be running on E. What a beating he's taken so far. There's a cover too, and I can't believe CM Punk kicked up. Samoa Joe a little bit frustrated here, and rightfully so. What else is he going to have to do to defeat CM Punk here tonight? CM Punk may not be denied. Man, what a chop. Joe with a head of steam, but he gets caught. Oh my goodness, what a DDT.
Grapevine DDT.
2.5 count only, though. I can't believe it. The head of Joe spiked right into the canvas on that grapevine DDT. Wrist lock now applied into the hammerlock.
Nice.
Beautiful clothesline takedown there by CM Punk.
Punk's going up top. Moonsault. Yes.
And he hits it right across the chest. The leg is hooked. 2 count only once again. What else is CM Punk going to have to do to defeat Samoa Joe here tonight?
It's now Punk's turn to unload the heavy artillery, and it's failed to put Joe away.
Beautiful power slam by Joe. This could be it too. And no, 2.5 count only. Beautiful snap power slam there by Samoa Joe, but CM Punk, to his credit, kicking out, but up he goes in the power bomb right into the pinning position too. No, I can't believe it. But Joe hooking in the STF, and this could be it.
How about that from the powerbomb into an STF? Never seen that before. Fantastic offense. From a heavy-duty offensive power move into a submission, Punk doesn't know what's hit him. He doesn't know which part of his body's aching more at this stage.
CM Punk with absolutely nowhere to go. He's trapped in the ring trying to inch his way to the ropes.
See, if he'd had a brandy beforehand, I'm sure it wouldn't hurt this much.
My goodness, Samoa Joe just dropped all of his weight down on the lower back and kidneys. This could do it, but no, 2 count only once again after that senton by Joe. And Joe again looking frustrated here, Dean. He can't believe that he hasn't put away CM Punk up until this point.
True, but if you look at the two men, who's in the worst condition? Look at Punk using the ropes to slide himself up. Joe on his own feet independently.
Beautiful tornado DDT right off the ropes there by CM Punk out of nowhere. Could this be it? No. Take another look at this DDT, tornado DDT off the ropes. Samoa Joe again for the second time spiking the head of Samoa Joe into the canvas. Devastating move by CM Punk, but Joe somehow survived it, and now CM Punk trying to get back on the offense. Joe now literally being held up by the top turnbuckle, and we could
I think he's going for the Pepsi plunge, isn't he, Eamon?
Indeed he is. Will he be able to get Samoa Joe up in the Pepsi plunge?
The trouble is, at this stage, Joe looks like he's absolute dead weight. Even if he isn't, he'd be acting dead weight so as to make it as difficult as possible for Punk to hit the move.
And CM Punk is certainly having difficulties hooking him up in the Pepsi plunge, as you can see.
He's trying.
Sunset flip off the ropes, perhaps. But no, a modified Hurricane Rana of sorts there by Joe. And
a big clothesline. That's got to be it. No!
I can't believe it. You talk about a decapitating clothesline. We just saw it right there from Samoa Joe, but my goodness, CM Punk somehow survived it, and I don't know how.
Neither do I. That was a devastating move because Punk had put so much energy into trying to haul Joe up to the top for that Pepsi plunge and failed, and he tried to counter it into a powerbomb, and that failed. And then after all of that, to get hit with a clothesline of that force, the fact that Punk is still in this match is an incredible achievement in its own.
These two guys pulling out all the stops in this contest, this battle of two of the biggest stars in Ring of Honor here at International Showdown, being presented by the Wrestling Channel. And up goes CM Punk across the shoulders of Samoa Joe, but he counters out of it into the enziguri, but Joe doesn't go down. And a shot to the knee takes him down, however. CM Punk with a shining wizard right to the side of the head of Samoa Joe. This could do it.
But Joe's in the ropes, he moves him out, but good move. No.
Another near fall there for CM Punk.
Maybe the fact that he had to move Joe gave Joe that little bit of time and that bit of a wake-up call to kick out. But either way, he couldn't put Joe away.
Indeed, a great point there, Dean. Those momentary seconds may have cost CM Punk on that last exchange. As CM Punk steps onto the apron, and he could be setting him up for the Pepsi plunge once again. He tried it once and couldn't do it.
Definitely, but Joe is that little bit more weakened than before now.
Indeed, the second time may be the charm. He has him in position, got the double underhook locked in, but can't execute the move. Joe is simply too powerful for CM Punk to complete the move.
Absolutely, Joe is just totally dead weight, going dead weight on Punk, but now we've got a brawl in a very dangerous spot, and he's going for it for a third time, I think, Eamon.
Indeed he is, and this could do it. What a physical match this has been. Both these men in precarious position. A drop kick, crotches, CM Punk on the ropes.
Is he going for the muscle buster?
He is indeed. He's trying to get him up in it. And he's got him in position. Nowhere for CM Punk to go. This could do it.
Oh, that's got to be it. Yes, it is. And CM Punk once again falls in defeat to Samoa Joe. He just can't beat this man, Eamon.